F40 builders, welcome back. Okay, so what we're going to talk about today, we're going to pack up the F40. It is sold, so congratulations. That's prototype 1. So we have prototype 2. I have a prototype 2 in Australia, and second prototype 2 is on its way. So we'll be kicking on with the build very soon. And the chassis is already started. There's some tube welded together. So this thing's going to, it's pretty awesome. This is going to be on a car, and it's going to be spectacular. So I can't wait to talk about that, but I don't want to talk about that yet because I'm probably not allowed to. But that's cool. Exciting journey for this kit. P1, it was a lot of work. Sorry to see it go, but it got to move on. So the next thing I wanted to talk about, I'm actually going to have a crack at talking about Ackerman today. I know this is risky, it's crazy, but anyway, I tried to explain it once before about 30 years ago and I made an absolute mess of it, so I'm going to have another crack today. So here we go, real simple, real easy way of explaining it. I know there's all the formulas and scientific, but I just want to quickly touch on that one. I feel like it's something I just have to do in life, is talk about Ackerman. The heads, so we've got, going to build some new heads. So Ed at EJR, Edward is going to help me with that, which is awesome. We're going to set up some solid rollers instead of having them shaft mounted, or, instead of being stud mounted. On these studs, we're going to actually bolt them down and bolt the rockers down so that there's no movement. These heads are too soft and geometry's no good, hence they failed. So we're going to rebuild these. I'll rebuild, not this one, I've got another one to replace this one. We'll get rid of these. We'll build some in Australia this time. They're going to be Edelbrocks, and I can't get 95cc chambers, only 75, so Ed's going to relieve the chambers, lower the compression ratio, because this is obviously the blown application, and put on the good bits, and we'll get this up and running again. It's going to be awesome. All the parts are cleaned, ready to go. Piston and rod on the way for the block. Next today as well, we've got to get this down and do the relieve. There's the tail shaft's rubbing on the handbrake housing, so I need to fix that and get the injectors out to get the injectors recode. So we're going to pack that up today, so that's going to be sort of packed away for the next 2 months, and that'll be out of here. Then I'll push this car forward, get this car down, work on that one. So what I want to talk about today, here's some interesting stuff. So Ackerman, when you turn, the inside wheel needs to turn sometimes more or less than the other wheel. So there's all this detail about tyre slip angle. So really that's what it all comes down to. So this is our F40 front knuckle or upright. All it comes down to is when you turn something, depending on where you are on the circle, it's going to turn more or less. So there's an imaginary line everyone draws back to either the center line of the rear diff, and you can go back further or you can go further forward. So I've just put there pro or anti. You can also have different Ackerman, they have positive and negative. But anyway, at the end of the day, it depends on the car. So if you've got a sedan that when you go around a corner, the roll center's high, and the roll center of gravity's high, and the roll center is above the ground, then the car's going to roll up onto the outside tyre and lift the inside tyre off the ground, or reduce the weight, or in some cases lift it all together. In which case, it doesn't really matter about the Ackerman, that goes out the window because the front wheel's in the air anyway, so who cares? Formula 1, different story, centre of gravity's low, roll centre's below the ground, So when you turn corners, you're trying to push both the tyres down onto the ground. So it matters a lot. So when you're driving straight, you usually have a little bit of toe, so the car drives true. And the more toe you have, the more scrubbing of the tyres you have and the more drag you have. Same when you go around a corner. If you have a stack of Ackerman, so obviously one tyre is going to be turning on a different angle than the other one as you go around the corner. The inside tyre is going to drag too much. So you've got to decide how much you want. So what it comes down to is, if that's your suspension, if I'm heading away from the circle right now, I'm going to get less and less angle as I turn, until when I get to here there's barely any angle for sideways movement, barely any. Same with this way, there'll be heaps, the maximum amount of angle change as I turn, until I get around here to barely any. So if I put the angle over here for both wheels, it's pretty much even both ways. If I'm here, it's uneven, and if I'm here, this side, it's uneven. So that's my quick explanation of Ackerman. There's lots of complications around the design of the car, the roll center, the types of tyre, the slip angle of the tyre, and that all comes down to it. But at the end of the day, that's all Ackerman is. It's how much difference there is in your angle of your front tyres when you turn. You either want lots of difference or not much difference, or sort of in between. Alrighty, that's all the detail we're going to go to on that. I'm going to get busy. You'll notice we've got lights in here now too. I actually couldn't believe it. I had to change the camera. Okay, Bruce. I had to change the camera to stop it flicking. I had to change the frequency. Another complication that I didn't expect. Did we, Bruce? I can't see the flicking. Anyway, that's it. That's the update. This thing's going to get packed up today. Bruce is having a chat. Alright, over and out.